Hello everyone, how are you? Hope all is well. Well, for those who are following the murder of Melissa Silvera, wife of Jolyan Silvera, well, this will be good news. Jolyan Silvera was arrested today in the murder of his wife Melissa Silvera. Did you ever wonder why at the funeral of Melissa Silvera there was no PMP officials there? Yep, they never attended. You know why? As usual, they always get the news first, so they knew something that we did not know as yet. You never see smoke without fire. Where is that Fluxy woman? She needs to be arrested too, making excuses for a man who murdered his wife in cold blood. You better remember that you are a woman first, then come your comrades. Melissa Silvera was a humble yet quiet woman, always manageable, always about her family. Sometimes you'll see her out and about at the supermarket with the kids, and at other times, Jolyan Silvera is there as well. I often wonder what could have possessed this man for this to be the end result. If you saw them together, you would have thought they were the perfect family. Was he an alcoholic? Was he using drugs? People around him know the truth. It's alleged he's a control freak and was beating Melissa for years, while their friends and family turned a blind eye to protect prestige, the family name. And with all that they know, they still were using distraction tactics, trying to say things about Melissa to throw us off into thinking that Melissa could have been taken out by anyone else other than her husband, yet they know the truth. Some of the things that I've heard them saying, I would never repeat it. Because guess what? Those things are blatant lie. That woman was just so peaceful and quiet and naive. The blood of Jesus against you for the attempt at trying to tarnish Melissa Silvera's name after what she's already been through. And remember, she leave back our children. Just remember that the same stick will stick sheep, stick goat. So you see, when you lot time come, it going to be bitter. And all those people that help him clean up the house and the Fluxy woman, just remember, you all should be arrested for accessory. For the life of me, I can never understand why it took so long to arrest Jolyan Silvera. From them find the bullets in the woman, he should have been arrested. Okay, they dropped the ball there, so. From the ballistic report coming, so the bullets them come from his gun. There's no way around that. Unless we're going to work with the alien invasion theory. So I'm just hoping that this result, the arrest of Jolyan Silvera, was not influenced because the diaspora will be demonstrating against corruption and the injustices in Jamaican society, which right now is not looking good on Jamaica at all and its policymakers. It hurts so bad when you can blatantly see the covering up for their criminal friends and the administering of two different laws in the society, one for the rich and one for the poor. Let's get into the circumstances of Melissa Silvera's death. So at first, breaking news. Former MP Jolyan Silvera's wife, Melissa Silvera, died peacefully in her sleep. All the hypocrite comrades then put out condolences on social media, and they knew, we're not asking Christ, they knew something was off with Melissa Silvera's death. Whether they knew the exact facts, or they suspected it was off. But they would have had doubts. The impression that was given, he woke up beside his healthy, young 40-year-old wife, and she was dead beside him in bed. She died peacefully in her sleep. But somehow, something just never sat well about that story. Many knew of the alleged abuse she suffered at his hands over the years, and wondered if it was stress she was that badly stretched out, or she had gotten a bad hit. But even though there were chatters in private about the situation, we went along with the died in her sleep peacefully, only eventually to find out 6 weeks later that Melissa was shot 3 times in the lower body. No, it gripped me, only to wake up the doubts and the allegations that was heard swirling around. Only then to realize there is a strong possibility the reason why the autopsy took 6 weeks is to give him a chance to totally demolish the crime scene, take away all signs of any evidence of that fatal day, and even the memories of her own sacred area in her room. You have to be really of a sick mind, cold and heartless, to take away all the memories of your wife from her room. What about the children? Did any of the enablers and family members and friends who are accessory to the fact, did you think ever about her children and how all this will be affecting them? And do you really think she deserved her life to end this way? To further add insult to injury, he was never considered a person of interest. Even Ray Charles, that was born blind, could see the truth. None of you felt it fit to make him a person of interest. I feel the only reason now for this arrest is the pressure that is put on Jamaica for results, and the fact that the evidence is blatant and there to see. There's no going around it. Anything else do not make sense. I feel it's the pressure. There was no choice but to arrest Jolyan Silvera. Let us see how you lot going to work out bail and draw this out until we're old and grey. Remember, we are watching you guys. You have given him enough time in all aspects to put his things and family life in order. Let's see if he is going to sit in lockup like Noel Maitland until his trial, or if he is that big that he is going to be out on bail in these streets, living his best life, waiting on the case to call up sometime in the future. Please prove me wrong. It's amazing how, despite the death of his wife, Jolyan Silvera was busy on the campaign trail for the PNP and had been photographed in the company of the opposition leader Melissa was the goddaughter of former Prime Minister and ex-PNP President P.J. Patterson. Her family is highly regarded in the halls of the PNP. In a heartfelt written tribute that was included in the program at her funeral, which was held last week, Mr. PJ Patterson. I remember when the case just came out, even the child who it is alleged found her in the room. She was sitting in the chair, bleeding from her side. All that was kept hush hush. How quickly people forget things and just run with the narrative that they want to be run with. Something must have gone on there, because she died peacefully in her sleep when at first she was found in the chair. The Silvera's house is a well secured house. No chance of anyone just breaking in just like that. But yet, man roaming free. You know what would be nice? We need to know which doctor see Melissa bullet-riddled body and pronounce her dead peacefully in her sleep. Yes, which doctor pronounced her dead peacefully in her sleep? Because you would have had to check her. She don't get shot one time. She don't get shot 2 times. She got shot 3 times. There must be damage where it enter and where it exit the body. Was it a doctor from the party who pronounced her dead in her sleep? That is accessory in it, because he has to sign to his pronouncement. So it's obviously supposed to be easy to find who pronounced her. He should lose his license, because right there, sir, he blatantly lied. He's a liar. Or if it's a she, she's a liar. And all the people who were at the house during the pronouncement should be charged for accessory to the fact. How many times have Jolyan Silvera been caught up in situations like this? There's also allegations out there that his son, who was home with him, that died by drowning in the pool. Allegation are that was far from the facts. But that is for another story. That is why I ask, could it be after he lost his seat in St. Mary, the stress of it took a toll on him? Was he into drugs? Was he abusing alcohol? Was he not handling the loss well? Because nice, loving, caring, and thoughtful husband don't just take out their wives, unless maybe it is for insurance money. The benefits is there. Was there any talk of divorce when she can't handle how things was going and the abuse? Most of these questions, we will never know the answers. But the people closest to them do. They know. I hope your conscience ride you lot until the end of your days for not trying to do something to help the situation before it reached this level. And for those who know what went down, I curse you for not getting the information to the appropriate authority. Melissa Patrice Walter Silvera, a mother, a wife, loving to the people around her. It's amazing how, despite the death of his wife, Jolyan Silvera was busy on the campaign trail for the PMP and had been photographed in the company of the opposition leader Mark Golding. Melissa was the goddaughter of former Prime Minister and ex-PMP President P.J. Patterson. Her family is highly regarded in the halls of the PNP. In a heartfelt written tribute that was included in the program at her funeral, which was held last week, Mr. P.J. Patterson grieved for Melissa, whom he described as his niece. The former Prime Minister expressed condolences to Melissa's 3 boys, but never mentioned her husband named Jolyan Silvera. The police investigations had led them to take statement from several people who visited the scene after news surfaced about her death. A statement was reportedly also collected from PNP Vice President and Member of Parliament for North West Manchester, Michael Phillips. And it's understood that the police are also making arrangements to collect a statement from the wife of a high-profile PNP politician who visited the bloody scene when news surfaced that Melissa died in her sleep. It is still not clear if that statement is collected as yet at this time. So the police is going around collecting statements from individuals who Mr. Silvera would have spoken to at the time of the incident and who he would have told that Melissa passed away in her sleep while she was in his company. So you see how the man wicked and lie. He did tell the people them immediately around him that she passed away in his sleep and he was in bed with her at the time. So she was right next to him. That's the impression that he gave everyone. And that evil man is still trying to play innocent and denying doing anything wrong. What an evil, wicked sod. Well, Jolyan Silvera will have a final round of interrogation once his lawyer Champagne is there on Friday morning, the 19th of January 2024. I can't wait for him to just dash him away and throw away the key. Make him go sit down there and think on all the things that he have done and all the turmoil and pain him put that woman through over the years with him lied self. He is definitely going to be prosecuted because bear in mind, she was a goddaughter, like a niece. You must know, say PJ Patterson and her mother was closely linked. Why he refers to her as his niece. And the man, they are top man in the PMP. So this case can't just go so. You understand? Because Melissa family was integral in the PMP family. So I don't know what this evil man was thinking. Can you just imagine the one you sleep with and share DNA with is your biggest enemy? Wow, that is hard to contrive. So many of us, be it man or a woman, is sleeping with our own worst enemies. Let's hope the end result will not be like this one was. This man was at the funeral bawling him eye out. Have anyone noticed in the videos at the funeral when he passed by her coffin, he didn't even look in it. The guilt must have been stand up in his throat, thinking she might have just get up out of the grave for the last moment and just grab him backside. Me case sentence this man so 2024 can have a good resolution and closure. Melissa was a former student of Immaculate Conception I. She pursued a chemical engineering degree from the University of Virginia in the United States. After graduating and returning to Jamaica, she gained employment at the state-owned refinery Petrojam as a process engineer in the refinery department and was later promoted to marketing and economics coordinator in the logistics and marketing department. She was not just an employee but also an integral part of the tapestry that makes Petrojam unique. The recollection shared by her former Petrojam colleague speaks to her unique and distinctive character, where she worked from 2003 to 2008. Melissa also had a dream to build her own logistics hub in St. Thomas. She was never able to realize that dream. Former Prime Minister of Jamaica PJ Patterson, who described Melissa as his niece in his written tribute, expressed the lingering struggles of coming to terms with her death. For obviously compelling reasons and my own feelings of incalculable loss, This tribute ranks among the most difficult I have ever had to written. So much has to be left unsaid, he said. He praised Melissa's ambitions and shared dreams of national development. He said, "What if her life had not been so suddenly cut short? We are left to speculate what might have been," he said. Melissa always sought to give her children the best of everything she could. She never took her eyes off the goal. Leader of the opposition People's National Party, Mark Golding, in his written tribute said Melissa was a valuable member of the political party and whose family has contributed much. Golding committed his party support to the well-being of her 3 sons. Although no one can replace a mother to her children, I am given the assurance that our party will stand by them as they grow, doing as much as our capacity allows, he said. And Mr. Mark Golding, in all this, and what you must have felt that something was off about this case, you had Jolyan Silvera around you, ironically. What I want to know is, where is these women of the PMP group? Is it that they do not serve any purpose, or are they just there to look pretty? Because they have not been doing anything towards anything that is going on in Jamaica, whether it is one of their own or not. They can be dismantled for all I care. We here fighting to see justice for you. You're gone, but will never be forgotten. I must say, big up to all the bloggers and all the vloggers, because many cases in Jamaica wouldn't have gone anywhere without the help of social media. It would have been swept under the carpet and kept secret. But you guys kept pushing the fire and kept it burning. Big up and congratulations to yourselves. Another set of very important people to big up is the people in the diaspora. Your voices, or the power of your voices, were heard. I see where you lot had enough of the injustices and corruption. And I know we're very instrumental in putting some fire under this case. A lot is not said, but who knows, knows. Blessing one and all. So you guys, please remember, this is just the beginning, and we have to watch this case as big speeches, then slow to real justice is not justice at all. So let us keep Melissa's children in our prayers, because trust and believe they must be so manipulated and confused, plus missing their mother. No chances are their father. I will end with saying, the journey has just begun for justice for Melissa Patricia Walter Silvera. And we're going to have to keep up the pressure to make sure that we see this justice thoroughly through. But overall, good job to all those who put the word out there, to all those who analyze the situation well, to all those who were integral in their voices getting out there for justice for Melissa. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.